Well, it looks like that people. It looks like my Bleach video attracted some attention. So, what is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and I am going to make my point more clear because I did rush through that video. That is why it's only about 2 minutes long. So, I did not expect this much of attention, and I did not expect it to get over 100 views. And yet, here we are. So, I was just scrolling through my YouTube notifications, and I come across this. So, let me first say this. Well, this first comment says ratio. Look, I don't care if you I don't care if you like this video or dislike the video. I just want people to enjoy the content that I put out, as low quality as it is. So what? So Lewis says, "Why do I think this is clickbait?" It's not clickbait. I genuinely think Ichigo is not a good character. This comment is the reason why I'm making this video. But let's just view the reply. Because that is not what his character is about. You can't ask Ichigo to break character just because he isn't doing what you want him to do. Okay, I'm going to get back to that reply. User ZZ421VQ7E says, Bleach would have not been Bleach without Ichigo. Though, yes, your opinion is to be respected, but most shonen main characters do the exact same thing. Not okay, so this guy's laughing at my expense. Thank you very much. Actually, I don't know if that's laughing or just pointing out my idiocy, but thank you very much anyway. None of what you said makes sense at all. This person says, I definitely can respect the opinion of not liking Ichigo, but there's a big difference between not liking a character and saying they're a bad character. That's most definitely true. However, it can work both ways. And I will explain that in a bit. Sure, his genetics are a bit complex and are a big factor in his character, but the same can be said for basically every shonen character. I don't know, just my take. And then bro is on to nothing. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, the here's the thing. And I'm going to address each and every single one of these comments. Uh, have I watched Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War? Uh, the final arc of Bleach. I'm getting there. I want to make through. I want to make it through the original first, then go on to it, then go on to the last arc. But let's talk about shonen main characters. First protagonist that comes to mind is Yugi and a Tim from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, in season 0, Yugi, well, a Tim was very much sadistic. However, look at what he did in his first duel with Kaiba. He sent Kaiba's darkness to the Shadow Realm. And not Kaiba, but Yugi, well, Atim also defeated Pegasus, who changed his ways after that duel. That and Bakura took the Millennium Eye out of Pegasus' skull, but we're not going to be talking about that. Yugi, along with Kaiba, defeated Darts, putting an end to the Seal of Orichalcos and having and releasing all the souls that was captured by the Seal of Orichalcos back to their bodies. He's Yugi, along with a Tim, defeated Grandmaster Zork. Let's move on to Naruto. Naruto wouldn't be Naruto without Naruto. He's the main. His name is literally in the title. He's the title of his own show. Then again, so let's talk about Naruto. Naruto's upbringing was downright horrible. The village looked at him as a villain just because he had Kurama in him. But over time, especially in Naruto Shippuden, when he defeated Nagato, which in turn defeated Pain, he changed the hearts and minds of everybody in that village. He became hated to being loved by everyone. Let's look at the Fourth Great Ninja War. Naruto, with the help of Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura, defeated Kaguya. Sealed her away uh, in Chubaku Tensei. Let's look at Naruto the Last, the only canon Naruto movie. He went toe to toe with Taneri. Taneri. Let's look at what he's. Let's look at what he's done in Boruto. Now, yes, he hasn't done much because he got sealed in the. I'm gonna butcher this. I know the Daikokuten. Hey, that actually was pretty good. But Naruto was able to go toe to toe with Ishiki. Of course, because of Baryon mode, Kurama died in the process. But he took Ishiki with. Ishiki died. Naruto, unlike Jiraiya, was a perfect sage. He went toe to toe with Neji in the tuning exams. He's literally changed the ninja world. He had the opportunity to take the position of Hokage, but he didn't feel like he was ready, so he said, Kakashi, it's your turn. He went toe to toe with Madara. Let's look at another anime main character, Luffy. What has he done in One Piece? Well, I haven't watched One Piece, so I can't tell you. Let's look at another main character from another anime. Let's look at Tanjiro. His sister, Nezuko, who was made a demon by, by Muzan's blood, was able, with the help of Nezuko, was able to get the Flame Hashira right before he died to say, I accept her into our ranks. Now, let's look at Ichigo. Let's look at Ichigo from the beginning of Bleach to the end of the original series. And let's talk about my problem with him. So Ichigo can see spirits. It it was shown to us right off the bat in the anime. He can see spirits. He can talk to spirits. Then one day, Rukia Kuchiki, who is the soul reaper that guards Karakuta Town, got injured by a hollow, and Rukia asked Ichigo if he wanted to protect his family. So he says yes, and Rukia intends to give him only half of of her power, and but yet he takes pretty much all of it. And that's how Ichigo began his time as a Shinigami, as a Soul Reaper. However, everything is going well until he meets uh, Uryu Ashida, who is a Quincy, and the reason why he has a problem with Ichigo is because Quincy's and Shinigamis don't get along, and that is all because of the main uh, the main antagonist of Thousand Year Blood War arc, Yakuba. And Yakuba, fun fact, is has been has been around this entire time. He was on Getsu. He was the full. Yakuba was talking to Ichigo as Zangetsu. So here's my problem with this. I understand that Ichigo wants to protect his family. I get it. However, he was a substitute Soul Reaper. But yet, he never. And I have to put my phone on the charger. He never lost a fight up until he met Renji and Byakuya. And Byakuya, all he did was flash step, bang, bang, and Ichigo falls to the ground. But even then, Ichigo still has life in him. So he goes to Udahara to, to get back his Soul Reaper powers, and he and Ichigo goes to Sorry, guys. Uh, Ichigo, he trained with Kisuke, and one of the tests that he was put through was his chain of fate was severed, and when that happens and your chain encroaches all the way, you turn into a hollow. However, Ichigo only had a hollow mask. He did not turn into a hollow completely. So, we've already established that Ichigo took almost all of Rukia's power. He even defeated Grand Fisher. You know, the hollow that had devoured countless. Shut up, messenger. Uh, Countless Soul Reapers. That Grand Fisher. Yes. So after. Shut up, phone. After Rukia gets taken back to the Soul Society, Ichigo, with the help of Kisuke, along with his friends, they rescue Rukia from her execution. And then come to find out, Central 46 hadn't been in existence because Aizen killed them all. Then Aizen went to Waco Mundo along with Tozen and Gin. Gin. And we go from the Bount arc, which completely saw Ichigo get his teeth kicked down his throat multiple times. By Kadia. To when he gets to Waco Mundo, he takes care of everyone that stood in front of him to get to Aizen. However, Gin tells Ichigo that he can't win in his current state. And Ichigo goes, "Let me prove you wrong." Gin tried to kill Aizen. And his plan would have worked if it wasn't for the Hokyoku. Same thing with Naruto during the Fourth Great Ninja War. It should. Naruto is all about defying the odds. But yet, when you look at Naruto and when you look at Sasuke, Naruto is the son of Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki, the former Jinchuriki of Kurama, and who is an Uzumaki, which means her sealing jutsu, the animantite chains, was strong enough even in her weakened condition after having Kurama extracted from her by Obito, was strong enough to keep Kurama down so Minato could use the Reaper Death Seal to seal one half of Kurama in him and one half of Kurama in Naruto. But then it gets more complicated because it turns out that Naruto and Sasuke are both the reincarnations of Indra and Ashura, and so was Hashirama and Madara. And Naruto, let's not forget now, Naruto was able to beat Neji during during the Chunin exams, who everyone said that Naruto did not have a shot at victory. Even Neji himself said that. But not only did Naruto single-handedly change Neji's vision, he, in their very first C rank mission, which was the Land of Waves arc, he was able to talk Zabuza into 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 seeing the error of his ways, and yet which is cool in its own right. And then we get to see Zabuza armless uh with swords in his back, slice up Gato and delivering the one of the most iconic speeches in Naruto, when Kakashi said that that's enough, Naruto. He's not our enemy, not right now. And Naruto says, shut up. And Naruto was able to reveal to Zabuza that Haku lived for Zabuza. And at the end, Zabuza saw what Naruto was talking about. That's the reason why Zabuza killed Gato and knew that he was going to go to hell because of it. But he didn't care. Naruto made Neji see the error of his ways, even though Hinata tried to see the flaw in his logic. it was Naruto that made Neji see the flaw in his logic. He had Sasuke. He battled Sasuke tooth and nail until finally, with both with his with one of his arms blown off and with one of Sasuke's arms blown off, he was able to convince Sasuke to come back to the village, even though it was for a short time. He was able to convince Gaara. He was able to convince Gaara because he knew what it was like to be tortured. Well, not tortured, to be alienated by everyone. Just like Naruto was the Jinchuriki of Kurama, Gaara at that time was the Jinchuriki of Shukaku. Now, let's switch gears and go back to Ichigo. Ichigo, it was said, was the only one that could defeat Aizen. Ichigo went toe to toe with Aizen, and Aizen got sealed on account of Kisuke uh, using trying to think of it. Aizen got sealed by Kisuke, but it took Ichigo to buy time, basically. My problem with that is, even though Aizen is gone, even though Shusuke Amagai is gone, even though the bounce are gone, nothing in the Bleach universe has changed. He has done nothing. The only thing he did was soften Byakuya. The only thing he did was win against Kenpachi Zaraki. The only thing he did was the bare minimum. Now, let's look at Naruto. Madara should have died at the hands of Might Guy. But he didn't. He died at the hands of Black Zetsu. Okay. Let's switch back to Ichigo. So, Ichigo. Okay. Maybe he's not a bad main character like I made him out to be. I just don't like Ichigo. Yes, his Zanbakuto is cool. Even his Bankai is cool. But there is so much corruption in the Soul Society, and there still is. And yet Ichigo has done nothing about it. Even Hayashi said in Naruto, you have changed the Hyuga clan. And that's coming from a guy who put the Byakugan uh, curse mark on Neji's forehead and almost turned his twin brother's brain into hamburger. Naruto was able to have Nagato see the error of his ways, but yet Ichigo all Ichigo did was what? Fight people? Did a console every once in a while? He hasn't done anything. And that's my main problem with Ichigo. In all honesty, now let's go back to the comments. Yes, I know his mother's a Quincy. Let's focus on this reply really quickly. Because that is not what his character is about. You can't ask Ichigo to break character just because he isn't doing what you want him to do. Really? Okay. In the Bount arc, that final battle with him and Katia. Katia said, "What are you going to do?" Because the trying to think of how he phrased it. Oh, because the Jokai crest is backed by all the bounts. And Ichigo goes, You told me that the bounce meant nothing to you. They were just pawns. And I will not lose to someone. I'm bad at remembering things. I will not lose to someone to the likes of you. Ichigo cares about his friends. He cares about the Soul Society. But yet, when Aizen betrayed the Soul Society along with Gin and Tozen, he did absolutely nothing besides get stopped by Aizen's finger and almost die on account of it. And Aizen goes, I didn't slice deep enough. Ichigo's done nothing. And the flaws in the Soul Society still exist. There's still very much a class system in the Soul Society. Rukon District. Everybody else in the Soul Society let's not forget about the King Baku experiments. After that went haywire. Central 46 just said the bounce will be executed. And Ron Tao goes, why? Why are you doing this? And Central 46 just goes, they could be a danger to us in the future. I don't like Ichigo as a character. And yes, I still stand by that I think Bleach would have been a lot more interesting if it wasn't for it, if it was through the eyes of Chad or Orihime or Uryu. That's all I'm saying. And I hope that I've made my point clear. I hope. And I hope I've addressed all of these concerns. Well, all of these comments. So, yeah. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.